Wine and liquor maker Distell reported flat full-year headline earnings at 469 cents as a stronger rand offset an increase in sales. Revenue rose 8.7% to 11.8 billion rand, helped by a jump in international sales on the back of stronger spirits and wine sales. The company said in a statement it expected business to remain relatively, or rather extremely competitive this fiscal year because of high unemployment and limited disposable income. On the line we've got Scannell. He's the CEO of Distell. Jan, appreciate your time, and just turning to your outlook, you are expecting conditions to remain extremely tough. Can you elaborate on that statement?
It's extremely difficult to forecast what is going to happen to the economy, but as we see it, the market will remain tough, and we said in our prospect, our announcement, we believe the market will be extremely competitive. It will be tough both domestically and internationally.
How are you able to react to the trend that we're seeing at the moment, both locally and globally, that consumers under pressure are buying down? That is the trend that is prevalent.
We're fortunate in the respect that we've got a spread of brands over categories and over price points throughout the market spectrum. And as the consumer is down, in many cases, we've got a brand that will meet their needs.
Break us up into your international and South Africa operations.
In total, if you look at it from a revenue point of view, we derive about 27% of our revenue from outside the borders of South Africa. Of that, slightly more than half are derived from the rest of Africa, and the balance from what we call international. That's the world outside South Africa.
With that geographic spread and with all this talk of a potential double-dip recession on the horizon, what traction are you seeing in your different territories?
Africa has been a very positive period for us, and we foresee with the African economies holding up relatively well, and there being growth in the African environment and some areas of recovery, that would remain an important market for us and a focus area. The world outside South Africa, we've actually had a fairly good run. Despite the economic problems in the rest of the world, it will obviously be influenced by what happens to the global economy, and therefore it's very difficult to say what really to expect. But we've had a positive period.
You've been hard hit by the rand's strength in this period, and by all accounts, rand's strength may be here to stay. Can Distell become competitive in a strong rand environment?
Our international activities has been profitable, not as profitable as we would have liked it to be. Our basket of currencies, the rand has strengthened against our basket of currencies by around about 14%. And so it had a major effect on the results of the international division. The challenge for us, if that's the continuing value of the rand, is to become more and more efficient in what we do and get our cost structures down.
And are you able to do that? Can you still extricate cost efficiencies from the company?
We constantly focus on it. In the past year, we have met targets that we set ourselves in building efficiency within the organization, and we'll continue on that path. We believe there's always room for any organization to become more efficient.